Hi everyone, I'm Airier, and today we're going to look at more of Overly Sarcastic Productions' Journey to the West, specifically Part 5. Although I probably should add, we're also going to be dropping back to Part 2 because I might have accidentally skipped over Tripitaka's backstory, and I'm just going to catch up on this. We're going to have a few seconds down at the beginning because I want to see it, and fuck it, go and do it anyways. You guys know the deal. There's a link below to the original video. Hit it up, and yes, I do mean if you have, watch it again. Do that. I'm glad we had this talk. Let's get started. So we're just going to jump right into Part 2 at the little before where I jumped off and definitely didn't screw up the recording at all. Yeah. Let's pretend I didn't do that and just watch it now.
So Kuan Yin and Moksha arrive in the city of Chang'an and disguise themselves so as not to attract too much attention. Then they said about finding the right monk to...
Let's go find the protagonist. Why didn't we just bring the Tripitaka? Yeah, because they call him the thing he's trying to get. Also, because plot. And literally, it just seems like a bunch of gods playing around with someone to see, are you worthy? It's not that we actually need this. It's just we're going to tell you that.
To serve as the protagonist to this little adventure. Speaking of protagonist, here's where the book veers off into a tangent to describe the ludicrously convoluted family history of this dude, Xuanzang, who, in case you hadn't already guessed, is our soon-to-be protagonist. Now, Xuanzang...
Oh, so they just call him Tripitaka because of what he's going to do is important enough to replace it, like a title. But it is Xuanzang... Okay, that makes a lot more sense because I'm always used to hearing him referred to as Sanzo or Xuanzang or just other variations of those names. I think Sanzo is actually the Japanese version of the same characters. I could be mistaken though because I don't speak either language at all. Hell, I barely speak English.
Has one of the most complicated family histories in all of epic protagonistdom. I won't recount the whole thing here because that would take all day, but basically he's the grandson of an emperor, he's been raised as a monk his whole life after being Mosesed by his mother, and he's the reincarnation of Golden Cicada, an original disciple of the Buddha and...
Don't worry, I probably didn't look like this. I mean, considering the other golden one, yeah, actually, that is terrifying. I'm kind of just, sorry, the more I look at it, the more like, I'm going to just say it's a cicada because if I can think of anything else, it kind of looks like, I'm just going to move on.
A holy being. So Xuanzang is basically the best guy ever, and a total sweetheart, despite the wacky circumstances of his birth. Yeah. So long story short, 3 court officials convene to select a worthy monk for reasons completely unrelated to Kuan Yin's mission, and of course they select Xuanzang, the biggest Boy Scout in all of ancient China. Anyway, Kuan Yin...
Does anyone else think it kind of feels like they're just getting rid of, like, ah, yes, please. You're making us look bad by being too nice. I mean, I'm sure that's not actually why they're doing it. All the intrigue came later on, and earlier on, and honestly, actually, never mind, I'm talking myself into it, aren't I? Gentlemen, you're too kind. Hello, completely anonymous stranger. I have no idea who you are.
Catches wind of this and goes to see if he's worthy of being the scripture pilgrim. She finds her way to the court officials and gives them 2 of the various gifts the Buddha had given her to give to the pilgrim so that they might give them to the most virtuous monk they know. So Xuanzang gets a beautiful robe and a priestly staff, both courtesy of Kuan Yin, and Kuan Yin learns that Xuanzang is the best man for the job. So the Grand Mass, which is the thing that they selected Xuanzang for, happens, wherein Xuanzang has to present a memorial to the Tang Emperor. Kuan Yin takes the opportunity to steal the show by revealing herself in all her glory to the court, and officially...
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. So 1, complicated backstory. 2, she literally just went, you're the emperor. You had nothing to me, bitch. Which, I'm going to be completely honest, considering the time frame this was written in, I'm actually kind of surprised that whoever wrote this wasn't unalived. Because if people have problems saying bad things to those in charge now, imagine what that was like in China thousands of years ago when, it was expected that if you said anything even slightly bad about a leader, you would die. Also, I just didn't realize there's hands all around her. Huh. I did not notice that the first time. Or did I miss this part? Probably missed this part. Yeah, but just saying like the emperor could be upstaged even by a god is something I'm surprised that someone could survive writing.
Officially requests a volunteer from the audience to go on the pilgrimage to go to the Western Heaven and retrieve the Tripitaka, which is the official name for the thing the Buddha made. Xuanzang obviously volunteers, just as planned.
And I'm pretty sure this is where we caught up, so I'm going to move on now because that's cool. Also, we're going to jump into... try it again. Give it a few seconds. So I hate to say this, but having watched that last one, I just realized there's another trope that this thing got in there. That the main character, who is going to be set up to be awesome, has a complicated family backstory that may or may not be slightly powerful. Also, descended from greatness, and now he's going to do his thing because he's the best person ever. Oh my god, he's a Mary Sue. Except that wouldn't be a trope at this point, and frankly, he's competing for that with Goku. Sorry, Wukong. So, wait, if there's 2 Mary Sues competing against each other, does that make them not Mary Sues because there's actually a conflict? I don't know. Huh. Either way. Yeah, the trope of having the entire Naruto-esque backstory is like, oh, it's all about my parentage, which you don't find out. It's like, oh, it's all about me. Yeah. The secret hidden lineage thing. That's such a trope in a lot of things, and this might have done it. Probably not first, but definitely made it a thing. Moving on.
Son Wukong found himself banished from the group by Tripitaka, thanks to the machinations of a shape-shifting demon and the goat
that they all
of the
believe in
resentful
through him.
Pigsy. Left without their primary powerhouse, the Pilgrims quickly dissolved into disarray, with Sandy and Pigsy barely managing to rescue Tripitaka from the clutches of a monstrous ogre. Forced to confront the demon once again, our diminished heroes found themselves overwhelmed, and Sandy was taken prisoner while Pigsy was forced to flee. The ogre then infiltrated the castle in which Tripitaka was being housed and trapped the monk in an illusion of a demon tiger, tricking the lord of the castle into imprisoning the hapless monk in the dungeons below.
I'm sorry, I just absolutely love this bit of art still. Also because it's just the tiger animation, or not animation, tiger illusion is just kind of over top it. You can see where it's there, but then it's just somewhat transparent, so you can still see Tripitaka under it. I just love how this looks. It's just really cool art.
An unlikely hero arose in the form of the
horse doing something
dragon
and
horse,
losing.
but regrettably, if unsurprisingly, our equine hero was no match for the ogre's brutal onslaught and was defeated, with no options remaining to him.
Also, I'd like to point out the horse who had a bruised tail, they called it a leg, decided to shapeshift back into a horse where losing, having a damaged leg would actually matter, rather than flying dragon, and had someone else go get Wukong. The most useless member was sent to do it. People made a lot of arguments that the horse was still more useful because he convinced Pigsy to do it. I'm honestly kind of torn here. On the one hand, horse had someone else do it for him when they can literally fly. Granted, everyone seems to be able to fly fast. And I don't think the back of the tail kept you from flying. Maybe I'm just not up on dragon anatomy, though, so I'll give him a pass on this one.
Pigsy traveled to Flowerfruit Mountain to retrieve the banished Monkey King, and was forced to swallow his pride in order to inform Monkey of all the gory details of his own failure to fill his shoes. Once properly...
Also, I'm just going to point out, Wukong is just way too good. Like, seriously, the entire thing is, he needs to be controlled with his headband. I'm just thinking, he was allowed to leave. When he did, he just went back to his people and did his own thing. And at the first sign of trouble, when he actually knew the people who banished him were going to be hurt, he ran back to help them. And that's not even, when they didn't initially want to listen to him, he still stuck around and took it. That last episode was like, yeah, Pigsy sucks. And 2, Wukong is honestly probably one of the nicest, most forgiving characters so far.
Briefed, our simian hero made quick work of the disaster, rescuing Sandy and leaving the ogre and his wife to the mercies of the bureaucracy of heaven. Having rescued Tripitaka and reconciled with one another, our gang is back together again and finally free to continue on the journey to the west. So our heroes are continuing westward when they encounter a huge and foreboding mountain. Tripitaka gets a bad feeling about it and sends Pigsy out to scout out to see if there's any danger.
Wow. Damn, Tripitaka, that's just downright evil. I mean, sending out Wukong to scout for danger is like, okay, yeah, he'll be fine. Sending out Pigsy's like, bait.
Pigsy being Pigsy, Monkey unsurprisingly doesn't trust him to do a very good job.
Yes.
And he shapeshifts into a fly to quietly tail him. Whereupon he finds Pigsy got just far enough away from the group to not be in the direct line of sight and promptly took a nap. Monkey wakes him up with a bite to the face, and Pigsy proceeds to keep digging by composing an elaborate...
Gee, Master, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Wow. When they initially brought him in, he was hardworking if hated, and just kind of an ass, but not really that bad. And all of that went away immediately, huh?
Elaborate lie that he's planning on telling Tripitaka when he gets back. Something about an enormous demon stronghold on the mountain, looks really scary, and maybe they should all just turn back and go home. Monkey's like, seriously, dude. Flies back to Tripitaka and rats out Pigsy, who unsurprisingly gets in a world of trouble and is sent back out to scout properly this time.
Oh, he actually listened to him this time. Character progression. Neat. Sorry, I'm used to so many stories that are older, just ignoring character progression because they just want to rewrite the same story with different window dressing. Nice to see that actually is believed now.
Unfortunately for Pigsy, there actually is a demon stronghold on the mountain, and he inadvertently stumbles on a small army of demons who happen to be led by a pair of demon brothers who have been...
Gold, silver, horn, big, king. Really? Horn, big? It probably sounds better in Chinese, yeah.
Keeping an eye out for Tripitaka and his group in the hopes of capturing him and eating him to gain immortality. Pigsy initially tries to...
Why would eating Tripitaka? Probably because he's super virtuous. But you think eating Wukong at this point would probably... Okay, never mind. That would involve actually killing Wukong, and they probably already gave up on that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Pass himself off as a normal, albeit ugly, traveler. But one of the demon brothers recognizes him as part of Tripitaka's coterie and...
It's definitely more than that. Wait, what did it say right before that? Hey, does this guy look kind of piggy to anyone else? No, I just have one of those faces. I mean, technically, yes, he does.
As a normal, albeit ugly, traveler.
Yes,
but one of
yes,
the
he
demon
is.
brothers recognizes him as part of Tripitaka's coterie and attacks. They wage a brief but fairly epic battle until the demon sicks all his demon soldiers on Pigsy, at which point he gets overwhelmed and captured. Whoops. Meanwhile,
Wait, does that mean he was holding his own against the silver one? I was not expecting that. I was expecting him to get beaten down rather than dogpiled. Apparently they had to dogpile him. I mean, maybe he didn't have to be dogpiled, but yeah, he at least survived temporarily against the silver one. Yeah, was not expecting that.
back with the rest of the group, Tripitaka starts getting worried because Pigsy's taking so long. Monkey tells him to chill out, since Pigsy would have run back at the first sign of trouble if there was actually anything wrong, so
I mean,
they
he's
move
not
on.
wrong,
but
but
Tripitaka
also,
still feels
he didn't
really
have a
on
choice.
edge. As it turns out, this is because they're being surveilled by one of the demon brothers, and Tripitaka's picking up on his spooky presence. Monkey tries to cheer him up by doing a sick martial arts demonstration.
I call this one the 10,000 concussion style. I just love how the eyes are like, nope. Oh my god, because I love this.
With his staff, which has the added bonus of terrifying the observing demon, who decides
Accurately.
the first thing to do is to
Okay, revising my threat assessment. Yes, you should. Also one of the smartest people in this entire series so far. Seeing him going, maybe not a good idea. Not the smartest, because he will probably still try and do stupid shit. But hey, it's right up there with the smartest mook from Batman ever.
take Monkey out all sneaky-like and then try capturing Tripitaka. So the demon transforms himself into an elderly Taoist sage with a broken leg and plops himself down in the path of the group. Tripitaka takes
Does everyone have the ability to shapeshift? Like, is that just the thing they hand out to everyone but Tripitaka? Like, is Sandy just here because this is the shape he likes, or does he just forget how to use it? Also Pigsy. Although in his case, I think it's literally a curse to look like that, so I don't think he can change, but everyone else seems to. I can have Sandy carry you. No way, my guy. That looks super scary. I mean, yeah, if you didn't know him.
pity on him and offers to help. He orders Monkey to carry him, and Monkey cheerfully obliges.
Oh, no.
Hey, buddy. So, just so we're on the same page here.
Because he can see demons when they're shapeshifted. So he literally just glomped onto the one guy who knows exactly what's going on. And he's having fun with it, isn't he?
I totally know that you're a demon. And boy, are you lucky that my master is so compassionate. Anyway, no pressure, but I'm gonna be dropping you off the first cliff I see.
So the demon unsurprisingly panics and calls on the local mountain demons to drop 3 mountains on top of Monkey, which actually manages to pin him down.
Damn.
Just barely. The demon
To be fair, it was an entire mountain before that pinned him down, so it's not entirely unheard of. Granted, he got out of that, and he'll probably get out of this one. It's just a matter of it's still big.
then chases down Tripitaka and captures him, Sandy, and the horse. So the entire gang minus Monkey is strung up in the demon's lair, and Monkey
They just really found him back to this. Ah. I'm sorry, I need to go back. Oh, hey, guess what I discovered? There are demons on the mountain! Yeah, I know. I just saw how she has the horse tied up. The horse who can shapeshift is tied up. These two haven't shown the ability. He's a human. The horse who can shapeshift. You know, I see why people are saying the horse is the most useless possible character now. Yeah.
lair, and Monkey is stuck under 3 mountains and having crazy flashbacks to the last time a mountain got dropped on his head.
Yeah, that would do it. Okay, calm down. Don't think about it. Oh god, Tripitaka, just focus on lifting the mountain. It's not so hard. Just defy like you always ignore the debilitating flashbacks to the 500 years you spent sealed away. Exactly like this with actual food, even though it was actually a molten copper, it was better than nothing. That's because I've got people who are stuck here forever and my nose still itches. I'm sorry. I love how it's just getting more and more just PTSD here. It actually explains why he's not out already. He's literally panic attacking because he's under the same situation. Literally. And the one time they say the nose itches, she didn't draw him with a nose.
So basically fun times for everybody. But soon enough, the local mountain gods recognize Monkey and freak out, freeing him as soon as possible and asking him to pretty please not kill them. Luckily,
Wow. More smart people this episode. Also, I need to see what they said. We're sorry, we don't have picked up our... Yeah. Also, wow, they actually drew him really beat up. Just the scuff marks come through well.
Luckily for them, Monkey instead chooses to sublimate
Wait, you're in luck? I think I see some guys who actually deserve this. Oh, I love this. I absolutely love this.
his aggression on two mook demons that happen to be heading their way. As
Mooks,
it turns out,
got
the
it.
demon brothers sent them over to finish him off. Monkey notices
Well, how's
a
that gonna
stream
go?
of light coming off of them, and when he asks them
Hey, you guys want to like them? Looks like they brought a couple of sacred treasures. Oh, green and gold.
mountain gods about it, they say it's probably coming from a couple of the sacred treasures that the demon brothers have. Apparently they have 5 in total, each one quirkier and more powerful than the last. So Monkey spontaneously decides that Tripitaka can wait because he absolutely has
I would say this is the start of MacGuffins, but no, this seems more like the start of Fetch Quest. The powerful Fetch Quests that aren't actually real. Oh god, it's a side quest. It's a power item side quest. I don't even.
to collect all 5 sacred treasures. So he turns himself into a Taoist sage, flags down the demons, and asks
Okay, gotta ask. What was the thought process behind a sage walking up to demons being a good idea? That seems like a good way to get them to try and kill you. Maybe I'm just missing context here.
them about their treasures. They explain that they've got a gourd and a vase, and conveniently they both work the same way. If the
Oh.
wielder calls someone's name and the person responds, they'll be sucked into the treasure and dissolved. Monkey's like,
Oh, wow, that sure sounds pretty cool. I've got a gourd that can suck up heaven itself. Want to trade?
so the demons are
I mean, considering all the crazy shit he does, I wouldn't be surprised if he could actually pull it off.
understandably suspicious, but Monkey has a plan to validate his claim. He surreptitiously summons a few gods and sends them to tell the Jade Emperor that he needs to bottle up heaven for a little
He could just do that. Yeah, sure, no. He just told the Jade Emperor to bottle up heaven. I'd like to point out, in terms of power, these are just random demons, and he's fucking around with one of the big 3 leaders of the religions in this to just fuck over some mooks. This is like bringing a nuke to a knife fight. He's insane. He has no sense of scale, and I love it.
bit, no pressure or anything. The Jade Emperor is like,
No, that's outrageous. Are you kidding?
but Prince Nana suggests that all they have to do is black out the sky, and that should be enough to fool the demons into thinking that Monkey
Sir, not to tell you how to do your job, but demons are extremely dumb. And when Wukong is the one outsmarting them, he's actually doing a pretty good job at it. Also, flaming feet? Oh.
actually bottled heaven. So they unfurl this giant banner of black feathers over the sky, and the demons totally believe that Monkey just bottled up heaven itself. So they trade their treasures for Monkey's gourd, at which point Monkey vanishes, and they find that the gourd does not, in fact, work as advertised.
On the other hand, if they really think about it, they were just scammed out of a guy who could convince heaven to cover itself. They're probably better off falling for it than not. You two are extremely fired. Ah, come on, bro. Lighten up a little. Yeah.
So they report back to their boss, who's grumpy about the lost treasures, but not quite so grumpy as to actually murder them or anything. The
Oh.
demon brothers send the 2 mook demons to go
Okay, dudes, here's the deal. We need our treasures. Consolidate? Really? Okay, interesting choice. So go invite our mom to dinner. Make sure she brings the rope. I'm just going to drop this one. There is nothing good I could possibly say that would be YouTube appropriate.
and invite their mother to dinner, and to make sure to tell her to bring her sacred treasure, which is a golden rope. Monkey, having overheard that particular soundbite, decides to steal that treasure too, and ambushes the 2 demons en route, kills them, then duplicates himself, and disguises both himself and the duplicate as the 2 mook demons. So the disguise
And they're dead, of course. Well, hello, young man, and how are my sons doing? Oh, God. Don't murder yet. Don't murder, don't murder, don't murder. And they have the tail still.
Monkey goes and gets the demon's mother, absolutely hating the fact
I just realized she's a kid soon because she has the multiple tails.
that he has to kowtow to her, but he cheers up significantly when he subsequently murders her and her sedan carriers. He then shapeshifts into her, duplicates himself a bunch, and turns them into his expanded coterie, and
He just likes to go through all the murder here. Damn. Considering they gave her the tails, I thought they'd make her a bigger character. Guess not.
trundles back to the demon brothers' cave. The demons greet their mother, and when Monkey greets them in return, Pigsy, who we recall is strung up in the cave, recognizes him by his tail and starts laughing like crazy. The demons offer their mother
Oh, of course, it's the freaking pig who's ruining it. Oh my god. Mother, would you like to sample the immortality granting flesh of the holy monk? Actually, I've been stuck for a desire for pork.
Tripitaka, but she says she thinks she'd rather have Pigsy's ears, at which point Pigsy flips out
Oh, thanks, Monkey. Great rescue mission you're running. He just gets dumber.
and blows his cover. At that exact moment, a demon minion runs in to say that he
Super
found
dead,
their mother
yeah.
and her entire coterie dead. Monkey recognizes his cover's blown
Kind of thought that last longer, but oh well. It literally, he doesn't need to do this. He's just fucking around. He's just fucking around.
and books it, vanishing in a blinding flash of red light. At this point, the elder demon
No, did you really just... Yeah, they did the Sailor Moon pose. Unironically, with how he's being described, if this was a cultural reference back then, I could see him doing it because he's just insane and kind of irreverent.
At this point, the elder demon brother is like, all right, this isn't worth it. Let's just give him back the monk. But the younger brother is all like, are you kidding? Where's...
Wow. That was incredibly intelligent. He's a smart boss who had smart minions. I mean, they still die because monkey. Wukong's just like that. But he's like, you know what? You just did all this. I'm assuming you could probably kill me. Not worth it. Smartest mooks yet. Wow.
Where's your
He's definitely
pride?
gonna die.
Tell you what, let me fight him. Whichever one of us wins gets the monk, and when I win, you can stop worrying. So the younger brother gears up and heads out to fight Monkey.
Oh, he did.
They're pretty much evenly matched, so Monkey
Oh.
gets the brilliant idea to try and turn the tables by using the golden rope to trap the demon. Unfortunately, he doesn't actually know how to use it, so the demon just catches it, throws it back, and recites the spell that actually does make it work. He ends up trapping Monkey and hitting him a whole bunch, but quickly realizes that he won't make any progress that way.
Oh, yeah, because he has the same thing on his head. I could have saved you some time at telling you that wouldn't work. And that also implies that his durability is actually stronger than his combat potential. So even though he's evenly matched combat-wise, it's an infinite win for Monkey because he just can't be damaged enough.
So he just drags him back to the cave, ties him up, and takes the gourd and vase back. Pigsy makes fun of him for a bit until Monkey turns his staff into a steel file and breaks out, turning into a
That worked? You know what? No, I'm just going to say magic. I don't have to give a damn. Sure. No, we're good with this. Oh, woe is me, the illusion. Don't make me swing over there. It's not even a good impression. Nice. Keep that up. Oh my god.
a demon servant and leaving a duplicate in his place. At which point, Pigsy, who's only rolling
Hey, you demon guys! Monkey's totally getting away. I will end you if we get killed because of this. Verily, I have been captured. Oh my god, Pigsy, he's just making it worse.
in this particular story is to cause problems, yells that Monkey's escaped. Fortunately,
Wait, what do you mean this particular story? This is like every story so far that he's been in, except for the one where he's introduced. Yeah. Do you hear something? Shrug. And they're just ignoring him. Oh my...
the demon brothers have kind of learned to tune Pigsy out at this point, so Monkey pockets the golden rope
Wow.
and zips out of the
He's
cave
so annoying
without
it
too
actually
much
saved them.
difficulty. Now, Monkey really wants the gourd and vase back as well as the other two treasures, so he decides to test a theory. He knocks on the door and insists that he is, and I swear this is not a joke, Grimple's son, brother to Pilgrim's son, the Monkey King, having given the demon brothers a
But he is the Monkey King. He doesn't need to pretend he's the... Why don't... But... Because he gave them the wrong name, yeah. But he said he's the Monkey King, and he is the Monkey King. What, he's the son of... Why? Because he's... Yeah, because he fucks around. That's his entire thing. I bet you gonna suck me into that magic gourd. You bet you're Grimple's son. I bet I do, Grimple's son.
a fake name, he hopes the gourd won't suck him in when they call his name. But as it turns out, it does, which is a bit of a setback. Fortunately, Monkey remembers that one time Lao Tzu stuck him in a brazier for 49 days, and he
Yeah, honest, that guy couldn't do it. I doubt this would. Well, this is my most undignified defeat to date. Because he identified himself by that name, so therefore he is it. That makes sense.
couldn't render him down, so he's not really concerned about melting, he just needs to find a way out.
What
So he
about
goes
Blizzard?
all, oh, the humanity! My legs have totally melted! That was fast. Oh geez, there goes my pelvis. Noisy, isn't he? Why have you forsaken me, Buddha? So Monkey makes a duplicate that looks like him,
Oh my god. Okay, now you try. Oh, why was I born only to suffer? No, with feeling. He's just such a troll.
but half melted, and subsequently turns into a fly. So when the demons crack the
Yeah, he's
seal to
really
check
easy
on
to
his
get out of
melting
that.
progress, he flies out of the opening all sneaky-like. Monkey then pickpockets the gourd and replaces it with a duplicate, which seems
He grabbed it with his tail. Yeah, monkey prehensile tail. I love that that's included. And the giant freaking eyes. Oh, sorry. This entire thing is just it's It's a funny fetch quest.
Seems to be something of a theme this episode, then slips outside and knocks again, this time claiming to be Sun Pilgrim, yet another suspiciously identical monkey with a bad attitude. The demon plans to suck him up again, but he spots Monkey's identical gourd and demands to know where he got it. Monkey's like,
Why don't you tell me where you got yours?
and the demon gives him a gloriously detailed info dump involving the birth of the universe itself, to which Monkey replies with, yeah, same. And they compare gourds. Unsurprisingly, Monkey's gourd actually
The fuck? No, I just... Birth of the universe? What?
to which Monkey replies with, yeah,
What?
yeah, same. And they compare gourds.
No, but seriously, these look exactly the same. Mine has Kung Fu grip. What? Oh my god. Because it's a freaking thing they actually sold models with. Sorry, action figures. My apologies.
Unsurprisingly, Monkey's gourd
There's only one way to sell these for sure. We must see whose gourd works better. A suck-off. You know, I was going to say a few things here, but I don't think YouTube would approve, so I'm going to shut up.
actually functions while the demon's duplicate gourd doesn't. So Monkey sucks up the demon, who dissolves almost immediately on account of not being Monkey. So the elder demon
God damn! Also, why is it that he's not actually that strong, but he's that strong? Plot. It's plot. That's why. No! My brother! Wow, he cared more about the brother than the mother. Huh.
learns of his brother's death and gets incredibly upset. And Pigsy casually mentions that all
I can't believe you fell for that. He looked the same every time. Please kill Pigsy.
the monkeys that came to the door were obviously the same monkey. What are you, stupid? And the demon gets even angrier and orders his servant
Have the fat one steamed. Good. Nice one, idiot. No. I'm not sure which is worse. Pigsy being an ass, or that Pigsy saw through it. And this is actually one of the smartest mooks we've seen so far.
to steam him. So the elder demon gears up for battle with his brother's sword
Oh, hey, good to see you. I've been hoping to get the whole set. Oh my god.
and the fifth
fan
treasure,
sword.
which is a fan. He heads out to fight Monkey and, having learned from previous experience, immediately sicks his army on him, which
Oh.
Zerg rushes and actually
that worked.
causes Monkey some trouble until he makes a bunch of duplicates to fight the army.
Well, it didn't.
The elder demon gets surrounded and whips out the fan, which, as it turns out, shoots hellfire. Monkey's not worried about the fire burning him, but does worry that the fire might burn his duplicates, so he retrieves all but one of them, leaves that duplicate to pretend to be him, and slips through the fire to sneak into the cave. He steals
Hey, why would it hurt his duplicates? Are they just weaker? Or what? Huh? They're still his hairs that are based on it, right? Or I guess the technique gets rid of a lot of the immortality? It's probably just random plot. I'm just going to roll with it. Just roll with it, Airier.
the jade vase again, then vanishes, leaving the older demon to mourn the loss of his brother, his mother, and 3 out of 5 of his treasures. Make that 4 out of 5 because when he goes down for a depression nap, Monkey sneaks in to steal the fan. The demon wakes up, they fight again, it's super cool, and Monkey manages to drive him back. The demon runs, Monkey finally frees the rest of the squad, and
Oh my god. Wait, so he still has the sword? And they're just... Why do you do it? What? Well, time to kick back and let us down! Oh, because they finally convinced him, that's why. Honestly, other than the entire trying to eat the monk thing, yeah, he's kind of just being a dick to them.
to the squad, and they all take a minute to relax in the demon cave and make some food. And
Really?
presumably give Monkey crap
Is there a reason you couldn't have snuck us out of the 5 times you broke out of your own? Or at least separated Pigsy? Brr.
for rescuing 4 out of 5 of the sacred treasures before rescuing any of them. But the
Yeah,
elder demon has
priorities.
his own plans. He flies to the home of his now dead mother and recruits all of her demon servants into his army. His uncle also shows up to
Allow me to offer mine as well. Oh! Yeah, another kitsune. Huh. You wouldn't be able to tell that they were family.
avenge his sister, along with another army of demons, and together they assemble and start heading for the cave to take down Monkey once and for all. So Monkey spots them on the horizon and warns
A
Tripitaka
red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night. Is that a freaking Lord of the Rings quote? I don't know. It feels like it is.
that they're about to have company. So he and Pigsy head out to guard the door, and Monkey gears up with all the sacred treasures he's acquired. The fan, the rope, the vase, and
Why?
the
He
bowl.
doesn't
The
need
army
them. Never
arrives,
mind.
and Monkey and Pigsy pair off. Monkey fighting the uncle, then switching to the elder brother with Pigsy tagging in to fight the uncle instead. The army starts causing them some trouble, at which point Sandy explodes out of the cave to fight the army, while Pigsy and Monkey handle the boss fights.
Don't worry, guys. I'll handle this. You just gotta concentrate on the big guys. We don't deserve him. No, no one really does. He's amazing. I just remembered we've never beaten him. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't think Pixie could, and I think Wukong definitely could, but swimming. Which means he was probably the smartest person because he took a tactical advantage and abused it to really make sure it worked. Huh. Yeah, no one deserves Sandy. He's the best boy.
Pigsy manages to kill the uncle, and the elder brother sees
He did? You know, considering how much they're clowning on him this episode, I was really expecting that wouldn't happen. I guess he's being useful? More than the horse, at least.
the tide turning and turns to run. Not one to be defeated, Monkey whips out the vase and calls the older brother, who, thinking it might be one of his retreating soldiers, responds, at which point he's sucked into the vase and melts. The army scatters, the bosses are defeated, Monkey gets the 5th treasure, and the gang can finally get back on the road. Except then they run into Lao Tzu, who makes Monkey give him the treasures since it turns out they belonged to him the whole time. The demon brothers had in fact been Lao Tzu's lab assistants before Kuan Yin arranged for them to become demons and challenge the group to test their resolve.
Kuan Yin set that up. You know, that actually makes perfect sense, but kind of a dick move, considering, you know, they were his actual assistants and she just set them up to die. Yeah, like some of the others, it's their own fault, and right now it's his own fault, but yeah, dick move. Wait, then how did they have a demon family? Because we're going to ignore that, kind of like the last time around.
This doesn't explain how they had a demon mom or uncle, though. Anyway, Lao Tzu restores the demon brothers to their original forms, takes the treasure.
You can do that? You know what? It's a story about gods everywhere. Sure, why not? Death is just kind of a thing. We're sorry for all the fuss. We weren't thinking straight. I mean, no, you were thinking pretty damn straight the entire way. He's an idiot. No worries, my dude.
And bails, leaving our heroes to continue their journey to the west. Will Monkey ever get to keep anything cool that he finds on this trip? Will Tripitaka learn to stop trusting Pigsy with important tasks?
I'm going to say nope.
Will Sandy ever get a boss fight of his own? And has this finally revealed why a flame-throwing fan is such a ubiquitous weapon in anime? Find out next time on...
Seriously, the fan meme is because yeah, there's always a bunch of treasures involving gourds, fans, and freaking swords. I'm thinking very much of Yu Yu Hakusho right now, and I just it didn't even occur to me because it's so obvious. It's right. You see what I mean? It's just freaking tropes everywhere.
On Journey to the West.
Not the Kai, that's still doing the Kai. And that was episode 5 of Journey to the West. And frankly, I love this because 1, Monkey actually was listened to, and hey, just nicely plot development. 2, he's a freaking monkey. You like literally doing, ooh, shiny. Oh, neurons activated, everything. Just going in there and yeah. On the one hand, though, it's kind of weird. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I was actually a celestial sent here to test you. On the other hand, yeah, that does actually explain why they didn't really care about their mother dying, because she was actually a demon, they weren't. They were just acting like them. So when the brother died, who he actually cared about, because that actually was his brother, I'm going to make a little excuse here and say it makes sense, even though it really doesn't want you to think about it. But I'm going to pretend it does. It's not good logic, but frankly, it's me, so I'm going to take that. Basically, what I'm saying is, this was fun. There's a link below to the original. Hit it up. And if there's any other parts I missed because I may or may not have screwed around and missed things, let me know. Because, yeah, like the beginning of this video where I missed parts of episode 2, that's a problem. Yeah. Otherwise, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys at the end. Wait, the end? No, next one. What am I talking about? This is why you shouldn't record at like 3 in the morning. Why am I so caffeinated right now? Oh, yeah, because I drink a lot of caffeine. That would do it. And the tea is empty. Now who needs sleep? Night, guys. Adios.